initially in my head I was like, all right, 7:22 train from here to Glasgow, but I'm getting off at Spean Bridge. I thought at this time of the morning, yeah, it's gonna be quiet. Yep, but then you realise something when there's this train at 7:22 and the next one is at 11:30 in the near the afternoon. Well, it's still late morning, but it's afternoon nearly. People are gonna catch this one, aren't they? That is the thing with here. The trains are less, so people are going to use the trains more. There would be times where I'd go to stations or go to platforms and you'd be the only one there. I kind of think that depends on where you are, really, in Scotland. Because, yeah, kind of does depend. Also, as well, if the platform's really long, you can just, I can vlog. I'm vlogging fine just here. Gosh. A bit tired this morning. I was kind of thinking, am I going to get up in time? Yes, I did. I was kind of thinking this might be the only time of the day that I could actually film the snippets of the journey from Banavie to Spean Bridge by sitting next to the window. But I kind of wonder though how full the train's going to be. See, I think depending on where you are, again in Scotland, will depend on if you can film stuff or not. Because, yeah. Still breaking in my trainers. They're taking a while. I did nearly 2 10-kilometre walks in my Nikes yesterday, and they don't take that much to break in. They're you bounce around and they're really comfy. It's it's like you're floating on air. And then with walking trainers, walking shoes are a bit more yeah, you need to wear them for about 2 to 3 weeks more to actually break them in. Yeah, that's actually funny because I can see where we're staying. So if you look here, I'm just going to zoom in. That house there is where we're staying. So I've only had to walk from there to get to here. So plan for today, I'm going to get the train, like I said, from here to Spean Bridge. So it means Halifax. It means from here to Fort William, Fort William to Spean Bridge. Go around Spean Bridge for an hour or so, hour or two roughly, and then there's the buses. There's 2 buses an hour that go from Spean Bridge to Fort William. But what I'm going to do is the bus intentionally goes up to the Nevis range. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off there and I'm going to go up the gondola a few times. Now depending, because this is the thing, if I go up the gondola first, I can see what the path is that goes up to the Nevis restaurant, halfway point. Because I'd said before this trip, I would like to either A, walk up it, or B, walk down it. Not necessarily both of them. So I kind of know when I can break trainers in. I kind of know when I've broke trainers in, when I can do a 10-kilometre walk in them easily, thoroughly. There was one review that said they take a while to break in and get worn into, but when they are worn into, they're the best trainers you could ever own. So it is now 7:16. The train's going to come this way. Oh, it's going to literally come. I praying to God it's not a full train. That's the thing though. If you was in England and if it was a train that was 7:22, 7:42, 8:12, 8:36 or whatever, the train wouldn't be as full. It'll be if there's a full, if for example it's not a full platform now, but if it's a full one, and then people are oh fuck that, I'm not getting on this train, I'll get on the one that's in 20 minutes. You can do that. Whereas here, you can't do that. You gotta, you know, wait. You've gotta just get on. But the buses are twice an hour. The Shield buses. They literally, like, the bus stop is like literally there, and it goes like that way. The bus will do 2 runs. It will either go the more direct way, like along the retail parks, or there's one where it'll go through Cowell, Inverlochie, and then go towards Fort William. That's a good idea. Why had I never thought of that? Why had I never thought of that? That's so clever. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for the train. So yeah. I don't think you're meant to do that, but yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, I guess that yeah. Okay. There's parts of England I would not try that in. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the video. Thanks for watching for now, and goodbye.